Welcome everyone to the Legacy League's post-game show for week 5 of the winter 24, I guess 2023-2024 winter league. I'm your host, Greg Horne. I'm not Joey Zacco. I know it always says that. Maybe I can work with Joey to change that, but I got Kiana and Ashton here this week. They're going to be kind of going over everything that we saw this week. Only 3 games. We won't get into that, but we only had 3 to start. But well, I guess we'll just kind of go from there. And there were 3 very, very good games. There weren't any blowouts. They were all closely contested. And I guess we'll start with biggest skis and would have been. And Ashton, I'll kind of kick it to you. What did you see from would have been that kind of helped them pull away in this one, 56-54?
They definitely played as like a whole team. They weren't like one player was like dominating the game. I think it did help towards the end. They were starting to get the other team into foul trouble. The rest starting to call more fouls. But when Ben was started, kept going, they kept getting a groove. And once that groove came, they had all that momentum in the game. They kind of just took over at the end. And Big Skis didn't really have an answer. There's like certain plays they struggled to guard. Juan Rodriguez, number 11, was getting in the paint open majority of the times. So they kept getting confused with him on defense.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, we can point out biggest skis. They did have Elijah Henry. He got hit with an elbow, so he did have to leave. They had a few technicals, so they were down a few guys, and I think that kind of goes to show you kind of need the bodies, especially in this league. Sevi Velasquez had 26, Jacob Morales had 16 for would have been, and those were the game high scorers. And I mean, I think those 2 guys are difference makers in this league. So I think both these teams kind of go as far as those guys can take them. And, I hope Elijah Henry's, doing better, feeling better. And I hope we can get him back out there because he's a great player to watch. But I will move on to the next game. We got Redeem Team, Crown Squad, and Redeem Team. Shout out those boys. Shout out Cody DiLeonardo. They ended up taking it 66-58. I want to give a big shout out to Crown Squad. They really balled out and they did their thing this week. I think they're going in the right direction finally, and they're really starting to figure this out. And I'm rooting for those guys. They're my team this year, so let's go Crown Squad. But Kiana, what did you see from Redeem and how'd they pull this out?
Redeem has really good communication and they find each other easily on the court, which I really like. And I like how they have a really nice dynamic. They always seem to know like where each other where they are, and they're really good with defense and rebounding and driving towards the basket, whether it's making threes or field goals. And Eric Singleton, number 0, he was a lead scorer and he really drives to the basket. And I'm looking forward to seeing how their team progresses towards the season.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense you'd say that because a lot of these guys, they played together before for a lot of years. So that's probably why their dynamic looks so good. They kind of just, can read each other's minds. And I mean, I'll give a little more love to Crown Squad. I think Raquan Nash is a really underrated player in this league. I think he can really get it going. He's going to start figuring this out. And then, I mean, you just have there's just some good guys in this team. I mean, Darren Mercedes, Robert Sumter. I mean, they're big, they're strong, they're athletic, and they're starting to figure this league out. So don't sleep on Crown Squad. But we're gonna move on to the last game, which is Get Money Basket Brawlers. Another really close game. Get Money did pull it out 58-55. I'll let kind of both of you guys talk about this game a little and what you like from either team. But Ashton, we'll start with you. What do you think Get Money did to kind of stifle the Basket Brawlers in this one?
When I was watching this game, like basketball has only had 4 players playing the whole game. So Get Money had a lot easier time and it seemed like they struggled at points. But towards the end, they kind of just got like a little bit of a groove, got that momentum late in the game. They kind of sealed the deal. Once they kind of up like 4 points towards the end, they started forcing basketballers to take like 3-point shots they were missing. And they ended up getting a chance to make it down 2 in number 0, Jaden Battle had was at the free throw line. He ended up missing 2 free throws that made a 2-point game. So it kind of just helped seal the deal. Get Money's defense at the end really seal the deal. But I'm also very impressed with the basketballers in this game as well because they had 4 players and they kept it all the way through. And Get Money is one of the best teams in this league.
Yeah, no, I mean, Kiana, anything else you can echo from what Ashton said?
Yeah, I was impressed with how many players they had and just keeping a good energy on the court. And they were really just trying to have fun with it. And I think
Mhm.
that showed. how like close the game was. They're really good on
Mhm.
defense, and with Get Money, I think Tyron and Tysheem McCray, they really like feed off each other, and it's fun to see them play together.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I think Get Money is really coming along. There, those guys, they, I think one of the best things to happen to them was play Yaga week 1 because when you play the best team in the league, that's the hardest you're going to get all year. So they're starting to really get a good groove, and I think this Get Money team, they might just find themselves in the championship at the end of the year. As far as basketballers go, they'll figure it out. They're just kind of they're fixing a few pieces, kind of working out a few things, and once they kind of, work out the kinks, I think that they'll start to get in the group too, because this was a hell of a game. I mean, like Ashton said, if Jaden hits a few free throws, maybe this is a different one. But with that being said, we'll kind of end on one last question, and I guess I can go first just to do it quick. I'm gonna ask each of you, who do you think an X factor going forward is, or maybe just your favorite player you've watched this year? And I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with Mike Davis. I'm gonna go classic legacy league. Just I think Mike Davis is just still great in this league. I mean, if you go to his player profile on the website, it's actually unreal his accolades, and he's been in this league since day one. And I think it's just what he does on the court when he really, really tries. He's one of the best defenders, and he's one of the best shooters in this league. And it's so funny because his shots got the kind of Kobe Bryant little line drive, but I'm going to go with Mike Davis. So I'll kick it to you, Kiana. Who do you want to go with?
I'm gonna say Eddie Whitman. His threes are really good, and he just knows where to be on the court.
I like that. I like that. Ashton?
I want to go with Chad McCoy from watching him last night. He's like he knows how to control himself in the paint, taking it to the paint. He's a really good driver and he knows how to handle himself. He has very good post control, and on defense, he's always there to guard whoever's coming in the paint. He's a nice big body to kind of keep that paint presence very strong.
Yeah, no, I mean, two great ones. Shout out Eddie. He's one of the best shooters we have in this league, and he also kind of keeps that team together. And Chad, I mean, Chad's a beast. Chad, I remember when Chad first played in this league on a team. They were either the Throne or I forget their team, but they were just him and Jaden were awesome, and he's so fun to watch because he is just so big and strong. But yeah, I mean, those are some great choices. I couldn't agree more. We'll be back in week 6. We got some good games in week 6. Biggest skis in Yaga. That'll be a good one. Redeem Team Basketballers will be a good one. And would have been Get Money will be a good one. And sports, the league's starting to kind of even out. So this could start looking good going forward. Maybe if Yaga slips up a little, but we don't know if they will. But for me, for Kiana and for Ashton, thanks guys, and it was a really great post game show.